Honeywell A1 Rocket League?
I have no clue.
Moonshot.
I wouldn't be doing it
gin.
now.
No. Moonshot.
How much have you had to drink?
Honey. Esport.
Not enough. Not enough. This was a class that I had.
Oh, we are back.
Like this.
All right, we are back, guys. Welcome back to the stream. Honeywell A, shout out them. They won the Rocket League tournament. And we're going to be hopping into some Warzone, so it's a little bit of change of pace here. My name's Nick. I'm joined by Reed today. How are you doing, Reed?
We're doing great. So I'm just going to kind of explain the rules of this tournament here. We're going to be dropping into Rebirth. We're going to be playing 5 rounds. So we're going to be playing 5 matches of Rebirth. There's a total of 3 teams playing here today. We're kind of explain how the placement works and the points work. So
we get to, like,
1 kill gets you 1 point, and then placing from everything from first to 5th gets you points. So if you get first, you get 10 points. Second is 8, third is 6, fourth is 4, and 5th is 2.
I think the interesting thing about Rebirth Island compared to some other Battle Royales is that your full squad has to get wiped. Like, if you go 1 or 2 down, as long as your other squad mates are able to stay alive, you're going to be able to redeploy and stay in the game. And keep in mind, the Rebirth Island map is pretty small as well, so we should be getting some high-paced action and some high-kill games.
Yeah, so even though there's only 3 teams, you are able to back out and respawn after a certain amount of time as long as your entire team does not get wiped. So even though there's 3 teams, it still should be a lot of action, some respawns, and we're looking to have a good time, have some good matches.
Yeah, and so the regular season standings, Level Up Arena kind of dominated the other teams. They had a really strong showing, but keep in mind now, this is the playoffs. Everything is resetting. You know, it can be anybody's game, and just like they say in football, any given Sunday, really.
Any given match, you know, the zones change up. Obviously, it's a battle royale. Your drop zones might split. You know, the bus. Was this Fortnite? No.
I say the bus.
You say the bus? I don't say the bus. The plane is going to, you know, it shifts past. You know, we've seen, this is Warzone. We've seen some weird, sometimes you get weird zones, weird paths, but sometimes you get the perfect path, perfect zone. So you just never know.
This is an exciting time for Call of Duty, though, especially Warzone in general. We have a new map coming out December 2nd. Things are going to change, so this is kind of like a farewell to the Modern Warfare engine. For those of you who are familiar with Warzone, it's going to be completely revamped. You know, we're going to get some new weapons, a new Pacific map, and everything's going to change next month.
Yep, and they've teased the STG and the M1 Grand in the current Warzone state. So I'm really interested once, you know, usually you see a lot of submachine guns and actual snipers. I'm ready to see which guns are going to be the good ones coming over from Vanguard for the new COD.
Yeah, with the release of Vanguard, it's been a minute since we've been on Warzone. It's been a few weeks, and we're interested to see the kind of meta that we might see. We know we were watching some players make their classes beforehand, and some players had the Mac out. We like to see a Cold War AK-47. Those are some of the meta guns that we've seen. But a sniper is still definitely viable, even though we are on a smaller map with Rebirth Island.
Yeah, and you have to think, since, you know, we're on Rebirth, but there is less teams, so really we might find some ranged engagements here, not really having those teams just all up on top of each other inside prison. So maybe a sniper with the AR XM4 secondary whip out.
Absolutely. And I do want to ask you, Reed, if you were in this tournament, you know, keep in mind 3 teams, 3 squads, where would you be dropping when you know that, you know, placement matters? You get 10 extra placement points, but you also do, you know, you got to take kills into account here. Where would you drop?
Oh, man. I mean, you know, we talked about it a little bit. The plane path always matters. The zone matters, but Control is my home, so probably keep going there. You know, it can be hot sometimes, but, you know, with only having 3 teams, the chances are you'd probably only meet at max 1 other team there, you know. So you might get an engagement against another team. Hopefully you can wipe them out early and then just focus on the other team.
Absolutely. I was thinking Control Center as well. Like, we know the loot patterns there. It's a very viable spot, but also Prison. Prison takes up a good majority of the map right in the middle, and, you know, there's a top floor. There's 2 floors inside as well, so like tons of loot in there, and then obviously you can cater to wherever the zone pulls because you're going to be dead center in the map.
It also gives you the high ground, the top prison, the very top floor. You know, you put people on each corners, you have the whole entire overlook, you know, where every team's at, you know, all the info, and you can accordingly work whichever team you want to work in their locations.
Absolutely. I'm excited to hop into the games here in just another moment, but we'll talk about our sponsors for just a second. We have the Kansas City Sports Commission, Kansas City Esports Coalition, KC Game On, and Level Up Arena. This Level Up Arena in Overland Park, Kansas is one of a kind, especially for the Midwest. You know, we have tons of computer setups here. They host tournaments such as Super Smash Bros, first-person shooters, and everything in between. And Reed and I have been out here a couple times just playing in various tournaments, and it's always a fun time.
It's always a great time. And even if you're not into super into video games, you don't want to compete, there are more casual things. I mean, they've got the Switch, they've got everything. There's everything from board games, just They've got it all.
There's a cornhole tournament going on to our right, actually, as well as like an open bar with great food. I might mention, if you're ever out here, order some mozzarella sticks or do yourself a favor. But no, it's a really great time, including one of my favorite things, being the gamer that I am, is definitely the main stage. You know, you have 6 setups on the red side and then 6 more on the blue side. And normally in these tournaments, we have those players playing up on the main stage just to add a little bit of intensity to it. But yeah, I'm excited for this.
I'm really excited to see some games. I'm excited to see some crazy clips, something wild. So.
Absolutely. I was talking to Josh a little bit, who does play for Level Up Arena, by the way, and I told him to do something crazy. You know, we were looking at the regular season standings. They are pretty far ahead. Even though everything does reset today, I told him, hit a trick shot for us, make something crazy happen so we can bring you guys some top-tier entertainment during this Kansas City Corporate Esports Cup Warzone event.
I'm excited to get in here. How many people? What's the #1 gun you think we're gonna see today? If you had to pick one gun that everyone's gonna be running, what's it gonna be?
I think I have to go with the Cold War AK just because it's super well-rounded. It does well long range, and when you have to think. When there's only 3 teams playing, you're probably not going to see teams drop on each other unless they do it purposefully. You know, they're playing for bragging rights, so they're probably going to spread out amongst each other. They want to loot up, be able to get their loadouts. We're probably going to see a lot of Cold War AKs. I hope we do see some snipers, but I'm not sure that we will, as well as the MAC-10 is obviously a very viable option.
I'm really hoping we see at least someone with a sniper, maybe up in the tower. Nice little 360 YY, Claymore set, quick scope, you know. Just something wild.
Absolutely. I'm ready for it. It's been a while. Like I said, we haven't played Warzone in a couple weeks. Vanguard integration is coming very soon to Warzone, and that's going to change the meta completely. For the time that we have had on Vanguard, though, what is your favorite gun to rock with on there?
Oh man, it's probably the STG. Recently, you know, I don't know how many people play with GAs or anything, but they recently GA'd one of the magazines, so the STG was a 2-shot kill, so it was absolutely frying. But now with that mag kind of taken out of the equation, no longer a 2-shot kill, but I still think it's very viable, especially in the competitive scene.
Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see. Like, obviously, multiplayer Call of Duty and Warzone are going to have 2 completely different metas, right? You need to have a completely different loadout depending on what you're playing. So far in Vanguard multiplayer, the SCG has been the meta, along with the MP40 and even the automaton assault rifle. But it'll be interesting to see how that carries over to Warzone. And I honestly speaking, I don't know if any of the Vanguard sniper rifles stand out more so than the CAR and the Swiss that we already deal with in Warzone.
Yeah, I've sniped around a lot. It definitely doesn't have the quickest ADS speed, but the best sniper in Vanguard is probably the CAR 98. It's the least I've gotten the hit markers with, best stat line, best speed, best everything.
USB thing in the back.
Nope.
All right, guys, we are going to run to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and as soon as we get back, we'll be hopping into those games for you guys.
Your headset or anything like that?
Nope. It's like that. By the way, you're being.
And we are back.
Honeywell beat.
We have 3 different POVs for you guys. If you're just tuning in or you tuned into the Rocket League stream, it looks a little bit different. We have 1 POV for each of the teams competing. Obviously, in your top left, you have Level Up Arena. Top right, Moonshot Innovations, and down low we have Honeywell B. Just bringing you guys 3 POVs of action here, and something to keep in mind for you guys that might not be too familiar with Warzone at home. We do have to have a minimum of 24 players in the lobby to get started, so there's going to be some bot accounts in the lobby that are going to hop on the plane and just fall off, and so we were able to start the game up. But we're getting loaded in here, and we're going to get underway very shortly.
Take a look at some of the classes here. We see them loading in. We see a Finn LMG over there at the top over there for Level Up. Does not seem to pick it. Going with the revolver.
That's some interesting classes to start us off. I mean, I was expecting a Krig, definitely with that side on the ACOG side 4 times is very viable and definitely meta, but revolver is not something that you see every day. Maybe it's just some free game lobby antics here. It might not be what we see in game, but some solid shots going down. You know, this Level Up players looking really solid already.
Maybe working on that accuracy a little bit. You know, the revolver obviously takes more accuracy than something else. You know, 1 shot.
That is true. They know the warm-up strats better than we do. That's why we're on the caster's desk.
Absolutely. Is that a growl? A grew? How do you say grew?
I say growl. I've said growl every time, and I'm sticking with it. I've heard many different pronunciations, but here we go. We are going to get underway here in Game 1. We'll take a look. The zone, and most of the map is going to be in play here, minus the bottom security, which I don't really think people land there anyways, so We're probably going to see Prison as a landing spot, as well as my guess would be that bioweapons lab up top. What are your guesses here, Reed?
If I saw the zone, I would definitely try and hit bio labs. You know, it's a good looting spot. Not exactly center zone, but not too bad. So.
Yeah, and this is with the plane path taken into account. Also, we're going to see Honeywell actually stretching all the way down to living quarters. That's something I wasn't really expecting. Moonshot going with the top prison landing, and level up is going to be landing on the other side of top prison, so we might just see an early engagement here. That Moonshot player definitely saw those two players land on the other side. Some pistol shots go down, but
nothing really coming out for either team here. We did see a PPSH, and now we have a FAMAS pickup. We got an AR and a sub from one side. Oh, a knock here. Level up's down early.
Yeah, Moonshot was already able to get a knock, but I don't think they're close enough to get the push. Moonshot is going to continue to push in and crack another player's shield. That Galil off rip is very, very viable. He's able to get another knock as well. The reach out comes in. He's able to get two.
He's able to get the finish here. We see the level up player now retreating, running away, trying to keep his team alive. Now remember, people who may not know, but this is Rebirth, so if you stay alive long enough, your teammates will respawn as long as you don't get completely wiped, and that is what level up's doing right now.
That is 100% true. However, Moonshot was able to get some kills, and kills equal points in this format. So Moonshot, although they weren't able to wipe the squad, and they're going to be coming back, Moonshot gets taken out, but I believe they still do have players alive. They'll be able to come back into this one. And like I said, these kills are really just worth points right now. They're not going to get a squad wipe this early in the game. And we're going to see some high kill games here with everybody redeploying so frequently.
Yep, and to go back on the... we have a loadout this early in the game. Honeywell is setting up pretty well for themselves, having a loadout quicker than either one of the teams. So might be looking for a pinch here.
I think Level Up either found a really, really good ground loot Mac, or they were able to pick up their loadout as well. I'm not sure, but some shots were going down in bottom prison. See two of these Level Up players trying to scout out. They know they have a player surrounding them, and they're going to be pushing the top of prison again, trying to get into an engagement. Moonshot over to your top right is in the mid-prison floor as well. And, you know, these players are so close to each other. You don't know if they know they're that close to each other, but an engagement can go down at any time, with the exception of Honeywell kind of taking things a bit more passive and just taking their time with this one.
Yep, Honeywell seems to be setting up just right outside of prison. They have their loadout. Now it looks like some more loadouts are coming in now, but with Level Up, Level Up engaging now on the roof, seeing if this gunfight can play out. Not able to find him. CZ drops down into the main part of prison.
Top left is going to be chasing this kill. Some nice shots downfield with the OTS-9. The reach out comes in. Level Up is able to get one. We're going to see, keep your eyes on the top left. We're going to see if they're able to get more than one. Of course, plating up is going to be super important. The player that we're actually spectating in the top left doesn't have any plates left to work with. They only have one, and two of those players just came back for Level Up Arena. So at this current point in time, Moonshot is the only team with a player down, and they're going to be redeploying here in just 2 seconds, so all 12 players in the lobby still alive.
Yep, and Honeywell seemed to be able to get a kill. I believe that's the first for them this match, so putting a nice little point up on the board here, but they're just kind of waiting. You know, Moonshot and Level Up, they're really fighting here over prison, but Honeywell's just waiting. They're just waiting. They were right there. Oh no, not able to get the knock, but he seems to be able to get the self-revive off, and he will be fine.
Yeah, every player spawns in with a self-revive their first life, but once they are used, you don't have one anymore unless you stop by a buy station. Moonshot actually broke their ankles falling off a top prison, and that kill is going to get cleaned up by Honeywell. And this is going to be interesting to see, actually. Take your eyes to the top left of your screen. Level Up Arena is in an airplane, and you can just do so much damage. Obviously, you can loot, get out, and try to attack your opponents from all angles once you have an airplane, so or a helicopter, rather. But they're going to be able to do some damage nonetheless.
Now the helicopter there's only 2 helicopters on the whole map. One down in security, which we saw was out of the zone, so that one's really not viable right now. So there really is only 1 helicopter on the whole entire map, and Level Up has it right now. So
I'm curious because with the way that we just saw the Level Up and Moonshot players, Moonshot was kind of flying in, redeploying. In the plane from Level Up was in the same vicinity. I was thinking maybe they would come for the kill while that player was floating down, but nonetheless, the whole Level Up team was in that plane. They're going to drop down, grab their loadout, and probably stay on the attack here. And Moonshot is exactly where we said we would be if we were to hop into this one. They're at the control center. They got their loadout, so I do believe all 12 players now with their loadouts. And this Level Up plane is actually landing on top of control center, so we're going to see some engagements here. Moonshot down low has to play it up and try to get away. Level Up is able to knock and finish one.
I think he's by himself, Nick. I don't think his teammates are super close to him.
He may have left his teammates down where they got their loadout, and Level Up maybe going rogue here. He's able to get 2. and he gets away with his life for the time being as well. Moonshot, some nice shots coming in, and they're going to be trading kills back and forth. So far, what we've seen is, in terms of the meta, is a lot of OTS-9, a lot of XM4, and even some Krig. That player now down for Moonshot, level up, able to get another one.
Yeah, as of right now, there's only one player remaining left on Moonshot, but no, he's able to get the kill. Some respawns come up for his team. He's coming in clutch there. Another big knock there to get his teammates back in the game. And now level up, only one person remaining on their team here. He has to be careful.
Yeah, level up, like Reed just mentioned. If that player were to drop in the last 3 seconds, they would be eliminated and not be getting any placement points. Well, actually, they can only get 3rd place, so they'd get 6 placement points. But keep in mind, you want to get that 1st place. You want to get 10. And Moonshot's just going to be able to reset and grab their loadout again. Level Up did a great job of staying alive. All 12 players still remaining in this one.
Yep, we're going to take over. We're going to look at Honey here. They've taken possession of top prison now, a very power position, especially when it comes to looking over the controls you see here. They're kind of taking up position.
Yeah, and a level up player just got taken out. If you look at your top left, but they're automatically going to redeploy. I'm assuming those kills got traded. The rebirth countdown starts around 30 seconds, and then as your team earns score, that redeploy timer counts down and gets faster. So that player automatically redeploying. Level Up Arena, though, playing super aggressive. Only 2 players remaining for the next 15 seconds on their side versus Honeywell. You're seeing a way more passive play style.
Way more passive here. Seems to be playing more points late game, you know. Meanwhile, Level Up Moonshot, they're starting to rack up the points now compared to Honeywell with all these kills. They keep coming back, keep respawning, but Honeywell's kind of staying out of it, so that might hurt them in the long run.
And you have to wonder, as we start to get kind of mid-game, late-game here, that redeploy timer is going to shut off. And once that shuts off, you have to play way more carefully. You know, the only time you're getting bought back in that one is if your teammate's able to make it to a buy station carefully. And so we're not quite there yet, so these players can still kind of play pretty aggressively. But, you know, I think Honeywell has really great positioning here. They're kind of mid-zone. They're top prison with ARs. A level up player gets knocked there. I think that was some nice shots coming in from a Moonshot player's Cold War AK-47. The res is coming in. Moonshot's trying to reposition to try to thirst that one, but nothing doing just yet. That player's going to get knocked again. Moonshot's able to knock 2, actually.
The nice 2-piece. Honeywell, they're still kind of playing passive. You can see he sees this action, but he's not able to get any bullets down range. So unfortunately, he's not able to get any knocks, any kills there. But they're still in the prime position. Honeywell is in the best position to win this game. It's just that Level Up and Moonshot right now are getting a lot of kills, which is a lot of points.
It's really like Level Up and Moonshot just going back and forth, trading kills. Neither of them able to get a squad wipe. And then Honeywell is just kind of playing pretty passively, which keep in mind they do have, I think, 1 kill with a player that we're spectating. A couple more probably for the squad in general. But redeploy coming in from Level Up. Some shots coming down from Honeywell. Is he able to get that one? He's not. That is that's actually a growl. I think that's the only growl we've seen so far.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of OTSs, and I believe this is the only growl. He's getting some shots down range, you know, taking up some armor. You know, that really hurts in the long run when you're able to sit up top and just keep pelting armor. Eventually, they're going to run out, and you're on the power position.
I think what's interesting to see is all of these POVs agree on the submachine gun of choice, right? They're all running the OTS, but something that we're seeing is we're seeing a Cold War AK, we're seeing a growl, and we're seeing an XM4, which is 3 different ARs that kind of accommodate for different playstyles. The XM4, you're able to play a lot faster with it. AK, you play a lot slower, and that growl's kind of like a hybrid between the 2.
Yeah, the growl can get you those long range engagements, kind of like the Krig, but it definitely would beat the XM4 when it comes to range here. We might see an engagement now between Honeywell and Level Up as they seem to be in the same building here. Honeywell's got top control. Level Up's going to go ahead and jump up. He sees them. They're waiting. Oh, they're right on top of each other.
They're right on top of each other. And keep in mind, the redeploy timer only has a few seconds left. I think that timer says about 45 seconds left. Moonshot player is going to get knocked. The res comes in. Those 3 or 4 players all in the stairwell. And Level Up making such a smart play not to go for the full kill right there. He's just going to reposition, get top on this building, and try to just play strategically so that he's not able to get killed.
Level Up gets a nice flank here on Honeywell B, and that gets the knock off the top roof. And now Level Up has control of the high ground here. He's going to look down to get this finish here, giving up the high ground, but that's all right. Able to get a point on the board. And since we're seeing different engagements, it seems like Level Up might be split in 2s here, since they seem to be fighting Moonshot and Honeywell at the same time right now. But Level Up falls down to just 1 person now. Have to be a little careful.
As I mentioned previously when we were in pre-broadcast, Level Up, I was talking to Josh, who's one of their players on their roster, and he said it's him, another staff member, and then 2 of their Warzone coaches. So they play the game a lot. They know what to do. Like you said, if they're split in 2s versus these full squads participating in teams of 4, you know, they might have an advantage when it comes to kills. Level Up picking up yet another kill. Moonshot was putting some shots down range, but I don't think they were able to get anything going just yet. And now we're going to see this Honeywell player, and when you're looking at them floating in above the map, that circle is starting to close in. These players aren't going to be able to redeploy for much longer. Actually, it does say disabled, so there's not going to be any more redeployment. You already see one player. He's actually on his last sliver of health for Level Up. And beyond that, we see Honeywell, the first player of the 12, dropping. A player for Level Up does drop at the same time, and now Moonshot has the numbers advantage here.
Yeah, it's a big kill there from Honeywell because remember, you load in with a submachine gun and 1 mag, you know, so you really get 1 opportunity to get the kill there. So Honeywell looking to get back into it. Moonshot still having the high ground, has someone on the heartbeat, knows one's close. That was Level Up's close. The stun comes in though.
Keep this level up arena. The double chow comes in. They're able to get 1. There is another player for Moonshot, and they're going to have to try to get away with their lives. They were able to get the thirst, and now this player from Level Up is just going to plate up, back away. He knows he doesn't have to force any engagements. I do believe the display we're looking at is kind of small, but I think Level Up does have the most kills, if I'm not mistaken. Some nice shots coming down range from Moonshot. It feels like Moonshot does have 1 player who's designated to stay alive and try to buy back their squads, and they're just letting the other 3 roam freely, and they're kind of getting in these engagements. Look at that. What is that? Oh, those are the bots.
Oh, those are
the bots are redeploying. I don't know if those kills count. I don't know if those kills should count.
We might have to
but,
take away the 4. Might have to deduct 4 kills from Level Up, but oh my goodness, he's able to get that kill though. They're moving on here, but again, Honeywell again in kind of a good position, but now he's forced back into the gas. Now he's in a tough position with those shots from Level Up.
Yeah, this Honeywell player doesn't have a gas mask either. They're going to die to the gas. And that's it for Honeywell. They're placed in 4th, actually. And now you just are in a one-on-one between Level Up and Moonshot. Level Up has 2 players, so does Moonshot. And it's a 2v2 situation here in this middle biohazard building.
Seems to be currently Moonshot. Oh no, they lose 1 now. Now it seems to be a 2v1 situation now. He has no armor here from Moonshot. Meanwhile, oh, there it goes. The kills are through, leaving Level Up the only team alive, and there must be a bot alive?
I think there was a bot alive, and that's why we didn't see the instant win from Level Up. But either way, Level Up taking your game 1, Moonshot in a close second, Honeywell in a 3rd place finish. And we're gonna have to talk amongst each other, see if those bot kills counted. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to count those or just not yet, because obviously we kill off those bots at the start of the game, but they do get those free redeploys. So we're going to have to see what happens there. Either way, guys, we did have a very entertaining game 1. What were your takeaways? Whose play style did you like?
I personally like Level Up. You know, I especially like the split decision there. You know, not a lot of teams, so there's not a lot of angles you can get shot from. So if you know the location of both teams, you know, being able to split in 2s and just make sure someone is always staying alive, you're able to at least pick off 1 or 2, and then just, you know, keep building points and keep getting 1 or 2 kills. While also placements, you know, 3, it's, you know, there's 3 teams, so you're already top 3. So if you're able to just fry out,
right,
you know, you can frag out and get all those kills.
100% agreed. I think Level Up is looking strong after game 1. Guys, we're going to take it to a quick break, and we'll be back very, very shortly with game 2. We're back. We're going to hop into game 2 here shortly, but just taking it back to game 1 real quick. Just dominant performance from Level Up Arena.
Yeah, we definitely saw, it's like we mentioned at the beginning, we saw Level Up and Honeymoon really just starting to run into each other. They were really running back and forth, and then they just seem to be getting all the kills right off rip.
Yeah, do you think these other 2 teams kind of stay with their strategies? Do you think they kind of adapt and try to do what Level Up did and try to split into 2 teams of 2 here? I mean, in my head, you have the full map to your disposal, right? And there's only 3 teams that are in play. So I think, in my opinion, you pick who your duo is among your squad. You split into 2 teams of 2, and you try to frag out as much as possible.
Absolutely, because kills are points. They're very important. So it's not just placement, even though placement points are important too. But if you're not getting any kills, then placement points aren't enough to get you carried up to get the dub overall. So
another thing to think of, which is kind of like a 200 IQ play, if you say you're in a position to squad wipe early on, right? You might not want to, because if you get those 4 kills, those players aren't coming back, and then that's less kills on the map for everybody. So you might only take those 3 that are given to you, let them redeploy, and then just keep farming them essentially.
No, absolutely. It is a great strat, and the thing is with this, we're combining all the points over all the games. So it's not just, oh, level up game 1. No, they could have a bad first game, but that's all right. You regain for these next couple maps, you're able to take home the dub, build up your points. Just because you have one bad game doesn't mean you're completely out of this tournament. Absolutely.
Still 4 games ahead of us. Level Up Arena, like I said, dominated game 1, but still anybody's game. Anybody can take this thing, and I'm excited to continue to see some high-paced action.
No, absolutely. I'm ready. I wonder, do you think we'll see any class changes, or do you think we'll still see the same classes?
I think the OTS 9 is going to stay meta, just because everybody seemed to be frying with that. They seem to win their engagements.
I can't hear you.
But, like I mentioned, we saw 3 different ARs. And I think between the 3, the Cold War AK was doing the most damage. I think we might see 2 more of those come out. The XM4 is more like that close range AR, but I don't see a reason to run it if you're running an OTS 9. That's just me personally. But I don't know. Like I said, I want to see a sniper. I want to see a sniper come into play.
We didn't see any snipers, sadly, at least not from our. Someone might have been running it. We only have a few POVs, but we didn't see one, unfortunately. No trick shot from the top tower, from the top ropes, but maybe this game.
They might be saving it for game 5 too. Like I said, plenty of action still to go in front of us here, and I'm just super excited for the new Pacific map to come into Warzone next month.
I'm absolutely ready. I mean, you guys have seen some teasers. If you guys pay attention to the Twitter scene, we've seen a lot of teasers now. They even did a little video recently, so all good.
Guys, we did have to reset the lobby. It'll be just another moment. We're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll be right back when we're ready to start the game.
Not terrible.
And we're back. Second time's a charm. Hopefully, we're able to get into a game this time. Warzone is infamous for its bugs and glitches, but here we are. We'll be back in no time, bringing you guys game 2. Plenty of action to still be underway.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like 9 what?
What?
I can't speak. Now is a good time. We might show off the trophy a little bit, I mean, this thing is an absolute beauty. I mean, it's a legitimate trophy. Absolute dubs. Anyone wants it. Everyone wants it. Everyone's working for it. So hopefully the teams maybe change up their strats, look for some adjustments, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely. If I was competing for that trophy, I would be leaving it all on the line. And our game is loading up. We'll be getting here underway in just a moment. But talking about that trophy, I'd be leaving it all on the line. I want one of those things. In all the Level Up Arena tournaments that we've competed in, we haven't quite won a trophy yet, or a big check, but it'll have to happen here soon. But here we go. We have our 3 POVs. Honeywell's loading into the game, as well as Level Up. Keep in mind, we do have all those bots in the lobby if you're wondering where all the extra people are coming from.
Yeah, so again, they're just going to kind of ride out the plane, wait till the very end, and then just get dropped off, fall in the ocean. So I wonder why they respawned at the very end. Was there, I didn't see a...
was there a jailbreak?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Either way, a bunch of bots redeployed. Some people got some free kills, and they're probably going to count. I don't know. Either way, while we are in the pregame lobby, I have to give a shout out to KC Game On number 90 happening next week here in Overland Park, Kansas at Level Up Arena. You can go online to kcgameon.com/events for more information and for ticket purchases. There's going to be food, snacks, soda, as well as game tournaments for Rocket League, Warzone, and various other games. It's going to be a fun time, and I'd love to see all you guys here if you're local to the area.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. How much more cornhole, too?
Absolutely. There is a cornhole tournament, like I said, going on right to our right. I was catching some of the action. And those guys over there don't miss. So there's a reason, like I said, I'm on the caster's desk. I just watch these games. Not the best player. But either way, here we go. Game 2. We have a similar path in a similar safe zone. Pretty much the whole map in play. Just an early note, Honeywell kind of marking that same living quarters spot. Not sure if they're going to switch things up.
Looking here, it looks like Moonshot again, looking at Prison again. So we might see a level up versus Moonshot on the roof again.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. I like these early engagements. It's fun when you're trying to scrap around for loot, unless you're the person who doesn't get loot off rip. That's more frustrating than anything. But off rip, level up, finding a FFAR as well as a satchel. I think that was a gold gun on the ground as well. So they might, you know, Moonshot did land control center, but if you're level up arena, you got some great ground loot here already. You can elect to just push these teams off rip and try to get some early kill points.
You can definitely get some early kills here. And, you know, they split off in twos before, so now might be a good time to start now. You know, you leave the other two, maybe keep looting, get the money for loadout or something, while the other two take the better guns and go ahead and push those other teams and get some early kills.
Absolutely, and I don't know what it is. Level Up has an OTS-9, which is the meta gun. They didn't call out their loadout. They don't have that kind of money just yet, but, you know, if I'm that person at Level Up, Moonshot has one as well, but it's not the gold variant. If I'm Level Up Arena, I'm pushing these other teams, at least sending 1 or 2 players to try to get some kill points early on in this one, when Honeywell and Moonshot might not be expecting it.
Yeah, it looks like a sniper right now in Honeywell's hand. Don't know if that's a loadout. I don't believe any team has their loadout necessarily right now. But a sniper in hand. Will we see a shot on the helicopter? He hits the helicopter, but not the pilot.
A sniper is a sniper, regardless of whether it's a loadout or not. And I'm going to keep my eyes on Honeywell here for just a second. Moonshot's calling in their loadout on control center. That's great, but Honeywell has a sniper in hand, and this is what I'm looking for all night long. If it comes in game 2, game 5, I don't care. I'm going to be looking for it. And they are calling in their loadout as well, so that's going to be Honeywell and Moonshot, both with their loadouts. Level Up has theirs as well, and Level Up going back to their game 1 strategy of grabbing a helicopter, and they're going to be pushing Honeywell. Honeywell's top living quarters, Level Up making their way that way. Honeywell taking some shots and gets knocked, but falls off the roof, so they should be able to get res. I don't know. Level Up has a cheeky play with the helicopter.
He does have a self-revive. Oh, he's going for a chopper bomb for the finish. Not able to get it with the chopper bomb. He is able to get it with the OTS-9. He pushes into the building, gets another one. Just going to keep working here, keep working around. He does have a bounty on his head, so they do know he's close. Get the elim, another shield knock. He's going to go ahead and push into the room. Tries to get out of the window, but he can't escape.
That's 3 down for Honeywell. There's only 1 player left. This last player has to stay alive for, I think that's 10-ish more seconds. Level Up if they're able to get. But no, that Honeywell player is going to redeploy, and all 3 squads staying alive in this one for the time being.
Now we've got Moonshot getting on action here. They're able to shoot from the sides. They're over here. Oh, wait, no, they're pushing into green, but he flies out. Oh, he is able to get that kill. That's a great kill, great knock. Now it seems they're going to take control here. They do lose 1 right now. Meanwhile, Honeywell, they seem to be regaining. You know, the loadout did not disappear, so they are able to get their loadouts again here to push here and fight Moonshot.
And that kill from Moonshot with the OTS Intense was a huge gunfight for not only the obvious reasons, but they are starting to fall behind in the kill race here. Leveled Up, keeping their same energy as they had game 1. They're leading the way. I think this player that we're spectating has 3, I think that is, with the Moonshot and Honeywell players both having 1 of their own. Honeywell, although they had their loadout, sniper still in hand, and my eyes are going to be glued to this player here. He elects to challenge with the Mac. Is that the, no, that's not the Mac. That is the
Cold War Uzi.
That's what that is. Level Up player getting taken out on your top left. Honeywell player going down as well. And this Moonshot player, that's the kill that we just saw. I think our top right feed is a little bit behind the Honeywell feed, but that's okay. We get 2 different POVs on the same gunfight. Another huge kill for Moonshot coming in.
He's able to get the wipe in the bathroom. Only 1 left alive here for Honeywell for about another second. Their loadout is still on the ground, but remember, they're landing with pistols. Will they elect to fight, or will they elect to just, you know, maybe go somewhere, maybe reset? Because it is rough whenever they have their loadouts and you're fighting with Glocks.
Yeah, we're still early game here, and we're seeing exactly what I called in the pregame, right? Like, they're continuing to wipe 3 of these players, but they're not necessarily going for the 4th. They want to make sure those squads are redeploying so that they can get as many kill points as possible, and you're just going to see them continue to trade. I feel like through these 1.5 games that we've watched, all 3 of these squads are pretty evenly matched. I mean, we're seeing gunfights go in each direction, right? Level Up's getting their share, Moonshot's getting some, Honeywell as well. We have seen Honeywell go down 3 down, I think 3 times now, and so they got to be careful with how aggressive they can play.
Seems like a couple members from Level Up are fighting Honeywell on their loadout here. It keeps a little pistol warfare, but it seems Level Up wins here. They're able to push out with a lot more kills now. It seems to be making over to the buy, so I wonder if they have enough money for UVs. Maybe get some UVs up and really push and finish off this lobby maybe quick, because I think right now they're the only team completely loaded out.
Yeah, it seems like Moonshot and Honeywell are struggling really bad to stay in the game. It seems like Level Up is just pushing them every single time they load onto the map, and as well as like Honeywell and Moonshot trying to fight each other as well. Seems like they can't get a steady reset, and they're kind of just farming these kills here. And this, if things continue to go this way, Level Up is going to continue to dominate here in Game 2. Some nice shots going down here right outside of Prison. That player is going to instantly thirst themselves to try to get back into the action as soon as possible. And I think there's 2 or 3 Level Up players on the hunt for more Honeywell players. Like I said, they just can't find their footing in this game too.
We seem like Moonshot's kind of taking a backseat, playing a little bit more patient. Haven't really seen too much action over there, but they're resetting. They're getting ready. You know, we're hitting that midpoint almost of the game, so they're getting ready. They've got, seems like they might all have their loadouts now, so definitely in a good position to maybe make a comeback here this map.
This is that point in the game, though, where you have to start playing a little bit more passively. You don't get as many chances. You know, right off rip, you can play as aggressively as you want to. You know you're going to come back in the game. So this is kind of that mid to late game transition. We're going to start to see these teams start to take high grounds, play a lot more passively. Those assault rifles are going to be coming into play more so than the OTS-9s. And pregame, I called a meta switch for ARs, but not so much submachine guns. This player from Moonshot did have that Cold War assault rifle, or I'm sorry, submachine gun that we saw earlier, but they have since switched to an OTS-9.
Maybe, you know, he was feeling the Uzi off rip, but now, you know, he wants to go back to the meta. You know, that's fine. Oh, wait, we're seeing a switch right now? No, he's just picking, looks like maybe it's Ghost class, or maybe he just wants different perks, but he still has the same gun. So not an uncommon theme when you see someone just pick a class with just the perks. So.
Yeah, in Warzone, for those of you who are unfamiliar watching at home or you're not too familiar with the game, normally what you'll do is you'll pick your guns that you want to use on your first loadout, and then later in the game you'll buy a second just to get those perks, re-pick up your guns that you want to use, and go from there. So that player from Moonshot probably fully ghosted now, not going to be spottable on the radar. Honeywell, with a nice snipe there, was able to knock armor off of one here in top Prison, and they are able to get a knock as well. 2 nice shots there for the player at Honeywell, back-to-back top, like those had to be upper chest shots right there on kind of a head glitch here. And this top Prison fight is kind of what we saw at the start of game 1 as well.
Yes, Honeywell's in a great position to have a sniper right now. You know, the ARs, like, yes, you know, you can laser beam all the way across, but when you have a sniper rifle, just that one shot to either instantly take off the armor, Level Up able to kill someone down below. Gonna armor up here. You see the fight still continues now. Moonshot's joining in on the action. It seems like all teams are split throughout the whole prison of all floors right now, but Level Up seems to be together, taking over the first floor.
I think that player from Level Up was up top, got hit with the sniper, used a self-res, and then just knew that they were outclassed right there with the submachine gun in hand. So they just made the smart play. They jumped off top, and as they were plating up, the players from Moonshot fell right into their hands. Moonshot now, like, all 3 players are so, or sorry, all 3 teams are so close in vicinity, and kills are going to be just continuing to get traded. This is actually crazy right now. And how much time is left on that rebirth timer? Looks like just a minute or so.
Looks about a minute 30 here in Level Up. With the POV we're watching, he has a nice flank here. You know, his teammates were kind of stuck on the stairs a little bit here, but he's able to flank up around the ladder and get that little 2-piece, that damage in, and they're able to pinch. Looks like Moonshot. Honeywell seems to be down by the coast. Maybe they're electing to reset again, you know, because a lot of people are dropping here, but Level Up seems to have control of top Prison now.
Yeah, what we're seeing from Moonshot right now is both of their players are making sure that they stay alive. They know that 2 of their players are down versus, you know, the full squads from Level Up, the full squads from Honeywell. Everybody's still alive on those fronts, so they want to make sure that their players come back into the action as well. And as that Moonshot player pulled up their scoreboard, I think they had 10-ish kills. It looked like a 6-2, a 1, and a 1, I believe so. So, you know, 10 kills for kill points is really solid.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, just a reminder for when it comes to placement points, first place gets 10, second place gets 8, and third gets 6. So the points, you know, they could matter in the long run here. Level Up seems to be trying to get a nice knock, some wild long-range hip fire there. I know my gun doesn't connect like that.
That is the difference between playing on LAN and playing online. Your hip fire is going to connect from down range, as we just saw from that Level Up player. But nonetheless, that Level Up player is going to zip to the top of this building, just kind of reposition here, and just keep fragging out like they've done so far, and it's working out well for them.
Yeah, and you see, you guys can maybe kind of see the mini map there, but it has moved down towards the coast, and now it seems to be shifting over. So that's why you're seeing everyone down here in this same building right now.
Yep, and Rebirth has been disabled. We're going to see these last 3 players redeploy because they died before the timer ran out. But once these players respawn, that's going to be gunfight going down in the middle of prison between Moonshot and Honeywell. But I think both players were able to get out with their life, and this is a tiny circle after this one. Half of it is hanging off the map as well, so with all 3 of these squads remaining, anything can happen. I think that's a jailbreak. That is a jailbreak, so the bots are going to be coming back as well, as we saw in Game 1. I don't know if, like I said, we don't know if those kills are counting. Hopefully not, but a nice gunfight win there. Moonshot's going to get taken out, and that's right after the redeploy timer's gone.
Definitely an unfortunate timing, and now we have to think about Honeywell here. They have come back, but currently, as of right now, no, another knock comes through. 2 players, one of them is going to come in with a submachine gun and 1 mag. Wait, but oh, it's on the delay. It's the jailbreak that they just now got.
Gotcha. There is a little bit of a delay, guys, between the 3 broadcasts, but that's okay. We're getting these multi-POVs for these gunfights, and yeah, so all of these players staying alive except for 1 from Level Up is already thirsted. You can see Level Up farming the bot kills as well.
Oh my goodness.
Which most of them are going to die to the gas, but Level Up getting some free points there. I'm sure we won't count those towards the end. We'll take those away from their total points here, but that gas is going to be pushing that player from Level Up top prison. Sniper comes into play. Some shots come in. He's able to hit 1, and that player's going to be taken out from the back as well. I think all 3 teams are converging on each other right now, just trading kills, and it's honestly hard to stay up with who's killing who. Everybody is just all converging on each other.
I believe Moonshot has now been eliminated. I think they got eliminated by someone from Level Up. The Level Up with 3 remaining here, and Honeywell seems to be having just 1 person alive now. So we're looking at a 3v1 here for Honeywell.
If Honeywell is able to pull this off, it'll go down as one of the best plays in the Kansas City Corporate Esports Cup history. But there it is. They get wiped out, and that's going to be a Game 2 win for Level Up Arena as well.
That would be an extra 10 points tacked on for Level Up, extra 8 for Honeywell, and extra 6 for Moonshot when it comes to placement.
Overall, Reed, I think we saw fairly similar gameplay styles as to what we saw in Game 1. I don't think Level Up switched up much as well. Honeywell and Moonshot, sorry, they kind of stuck with their play styles. They kind of played a little bit more passive, and it's going to be Level Up Arena just going after the kills and kind of just hunting down everybody on Rebirth.
Yeah, and you know, we noticed Level Up kind of split in 2s last time, but they didn't really do that this time because all teams were really converged on top of each other this match instead of people being kind of spread out. So Level Up seemed to be working together both in duos and in quad. So that's, you know, that's a good thing to see. So.
Absolutely, guys. We're going to cut it to a short break real quick, and we'll be right back for Game 3. And we're back. Game 3 coming up. After 2 games, it's a lot closer than we thought it was from the POVs we have. What was that? Honeywell, Moonshot, and Level Up all in close contention for these next couple of games.
I believe from what we were looking right there, it looks like Moonshot was in the lead above Level Up by about, at least kill-wise, a couple kills maybe. It was literally about 2 to 4 kill difference there for kills. Not sure about placement points overall, but we know Level Up's won 2 in a row, so that's at least 20 points.
Level Up, like you said, won both games so far, got 20 placement points, but Honeywell's and Moonshot's kills keeping them in contention. You know, the trophy can still go to anybody, but we do have to fill you guys in, though. During the break, Kansas City Pioneers Valorant did just beat TSM, and they are undefeated on the day, so that's a good note there. We're getting ready to hop in this Game 3, though, here on Rebirth Island. We're super excited for it.
Yep, ready to get into the game, and I'm just gonna ask you again. You know, we kind of saw a little bit of landing change. You know, we didn't have teams land on top of each other this time. You know, so do you think we'll see maybe, you know, we'll keep the same strat where they all split up, or do you think we're gonna see a team maybe dive on another team?
Can't imagine that Level Up wants to change their strategy, right? I mean, they win both games so far. They can, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep it going. So it's going to be up to Honeywell and Moonshot to try to switch up their thing, try to overtake the first place position, and see if they can get the ball rolling. But so far, like we did see, we saw 2 teams land top prison both times, and then that Honeywell team did kind of land in that living quarters, kind of away from the action, and just kind of getting off to a slower start so far in both games.
Yeah, we're jumping into a little warm-up section here. again, we talked about the last, we haven't seen the OTS meta really switch for the sub. We saw Uzi for a little bit, but it went right back to the OTS. And you just have to think that's probably the meta. It's not really going to change. We saw someone change it up now. Maybe, we saw the sniper, but the AR still kind of seems to stay the same.
We've seen one sniper kill so far, if I'm not mistaken, and it was on the player of Honeywell side. I hope, Honeywell player, if you can hear me right now, keep the sniper out. Show us something special here in this Game 3. Make it happen, and get a clip for your Twitter followers or something. It'll be worth it, I promise.
Absolutely. We're looking for a 360 off the top tower, just an absolute banger clip. We're ready. Wow, we've got an interesting path to zone. This is what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes it just doesn't match up. So some people might elect to, rotate in or just land into the zone.
I'm not going to lie. Had some choice words for Battle Royale being a competitive game on Twitter last week. And this is one of those reasons. Like, your starting zone is kind of halfway off the map, but the good thing is, from a spectator standpoint, that's going to force some early engagements, right? They don't have the same kind of leeway they did in Game 1 and Game 2. Like, half of your top prison is in play, and it goes all the way down to that security area, but that kind of east side of the map is already taken out of contention. So we're going to probably see some early engagements here.
And look, I just saw another helicopter take off, so my guess would be that's level up, maybe sticking with the same. I know we can't see it on the POV. Oh no! One of the Honeywell characters just unfortunately flying off the side of the map, but he'll be back. That's why it's Rebirth.
It's Rebirth, We told him to give us something that's not exactly what we were looking for, but it gets the job done. It got the casters talking about something specific, so it is what it is.
Yep.
But this level up player, like I said, we didn't think we were going to see in the switch in their game plan, and we really haven't yet. Like, they're kind of doing the same thing. They're just holding the prison down, middle of the fort. And Moonshot, I think they landed control center in Game 2 as well.
I'm pretty sure they did. And Honeywell, they were landing over there by the houses, but now they seem to switch it over just a little bit, so now they're closer to the action.
And I think Level Up knows that they have not necessarily a comfortable lead, but they know they're in first place. They know they can play at their pace, and they're going to make Moonshot and Honeywell play the pace of their game. They're going to do what they're comfortable with. They're not going to force any engagements, especially this early on. And I just can't get over this zone already being halfway off the map.
Yeah, and so you have to think, the first zone's going to push in, and right there, right off rip, half of the map will be cut. So you're going to see a lot of engagement. We're not seeing really any engagements happen right now. It's because every team's split, but once the zone's going to force all the teams in one spot. So we're going to see, we're probably going to get their loadouts here, and we're going to start seeing some really intense engagements here.
I was going to say, Level Up going to be the first team of the 3 to get their loadout, and I think that player grabbed the precision airstrike as well. It might be a cluster, but I think it's a precision. Either way, we haven't seen a streak come into play just yet. But here in this Game 3, that's definitely a possibility. If Level Up happens to spot this player at Moonshot, that building that player is in is not safe from streaks at all. I know you would think, hey, I'm inside, I'm safe from streaks, but that's not the case in Warzone. And now this Level Up player kind of has an angle on, I believe that's Honeywell down there. And some early engagements coming in. Level Up trying to reposition here with an XM4 in hand. Looking downrange, but nothing doing just yet.
Level Up now. You see there seem to be, Honeywell is now currently down to one person, and that person is floating. That's not something you want to see in this situation, but looks like he's going to land away, knows where his opponents are, so they're going to try and keep this away. Level Up did a really good job. They recognized the loadout. They recognized that's where Honeywell would be going to. That's where they would be collapsing to, so Level Up really did a nice job of pinching the package and just able to eliminate Honeywell almost completely, but one of the players comes back in time, so they are able to reset, but they're going to have to work to get another loadout.
And I really do wonder if it's that meta that we mentioned, right, of killing the 3 players, letting one get away so you can farm those kills again. But I don't know. Either way, regardless, all 3 squads still left in this one, and it looks like Moonshot taking some shots, and now we're going to see an engagement. Level Up is able to get one. Let's see, this is that OTS, or that's the XM4 that comes out, and he's able to knock 2, and now he's in this control of bottom green building. He's going to play it up. He has that full satchel to work with as well. And some nice kills coming down range from Level Up right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we're talking about with the weapon choice. The XM4 would be ideal for that certain distance, that certain situation. It was a good thing he had the XM4. We don't know exactly what his opponent had, but the XM4 is definitely a deadly gun at that specific distance.
So we're at the point in the game right now where the free loadouts are coming into play. We're going to see this player from Moonshot landing on their free loadout, and Honeywell did spot that, I believe. And it's kind of the same situation, right? All three of these teams are in close quarters to each other. Level Up is able to get another pick, but he's not able to finish the kill before the trade comes in from Moonshot. That player from Level Up does have a self-revive. Once they get that off, we're going to look for them to plate up immediately. But no, they're going to make it to cover. The bot kills, or is that players from Moonshot just not expecting the self-res to come in? I think that's what that was. I don't know.
Maybe some miscommunication, but I want to see. Honeywell is the only Level Up and Moonshot are going at it right now, but Honeywell is able to get their loadouts now, so they're looking to get back to this action fast.
This is another scenario where, you know, it didn't take as long this game because half the map was already out of play, but we're starting to see these engagements go down. You know, you have this player from Honeywell up top with the sniper rifle, and then you have Moonshot and Level Up going back and forth and trading kills, and so we're seeing tons of different action from all three different POVs. This player from Honeywell, sniper in hand, is going to be looking down at this loadout intense. If they hit that shot, that's like gotta be like a 500-meter snipe, right? He's gonna go for it. Doesn't elect to take a shot just yet. Only has 3 bullets actually to work with, though. He's got to be redundant on the shots that he takes. But you know, all 4 squads, or excuse me, all 3 squads able to stay alive still.
Yeah, and again, we were talking about earlier how Honeywell was, you know, kind of up there on the list for the kills, and they seem to be playing passive here. As someone from Level Up gets eliminated here, but doesn't really seem to be too much of a problem. Have 3 alive, but taking some shots here. Moonshot seems to be, you know, really putting up a fight here.
I think Moonshot has better positioning right here. A Car 98 shot does come in from Moonshot, doesn't connect. The second one misses as well. But I think, as I was saying, Moonshot has positioning here, especially with the way that you have to imagine that zone is going to pull. It's probably going to pull down low. And another player, he's able to get a knock, and that was his last sniper bullet. And now he's going to have to push with an OTS-9 if he wants to get those kills for that elimination. He's going to ping it, let his friendlies know where that enemy is down. And as you see, he gets rid of the sniper because he didn't have any ammo left.
Seems to drop the sniper, which is, you know, it's a good play. You know, you need the gun's pointless if you don't have any ammo. So I feel like this is a nice little pickup. He's gonna go back and pick back up his sniper. Now he's got some bullets now, so looking to get some engagements in. Someone from Honeywell drops. We've got some engagements now up top by Tents. Only 2 people remaining for Honeywell. They're gonna be able to respawn back in here. Seems like Level Up's kind of giving up the pressure on Moonshot down low.
Yeah, and I was going to say Moonshot was able to get a knock. I don't believe they got the thirst, so Level Up with the res and able to get out with their life, and now we're just kind of seeing these teams regroup. They know this Rebirth countdown isn't going to last too much longer, so they kind of just have to reposition and play a lot more thoughtful. Yeah,
it looks like we're down to at least under 30 seconds here for when it comes to the Rebirth counter, so definitely going to have to start playing maybe just a little bit more passive.
I'm just really looking for either Honeywell or Moonshot to win this game, right? These placement points so crucial here on this Rebirth Island. First place getting 10 placement points, and so far game 1 and 2 going to Level Up. So Moonshot still with the Car 98 in hand. He's trying to make something happen, and he has nice eyes on Tents here.
Looks like Honeywell still gets a different AR. We have a Finn LMG. I've heard some things, you know, with Thermite coming down, seems to be someone on the buy station here. Doesn't look like he's able to get the knock there, but we'll have to see how this Finn LMG plays out compared to the other ARs.
No, yeah, I'm super interested to see how the Finn LMG plays out because I'm completely unfamiliar with it, if I'm being completely honest. And a snipe from Moonshot comes in. We just saw that on their POV, and that player instantly thirst themselves. They want to get back into the action. They have to thirst themselves before the timer runs out, or they wouldn't be coming back.
Yeah, it seems like Level Up and Honeywell are both fighting kind of in these little houses, you know, kind of side-by-side action here. Meanwhile, Moonshot's just able to take some shots here. They have good positioning for zone. This is looking very good if you're Moonshot right now. This is a good game that you needed.
Right, this is kind of the game plan that we saw from Honeywell in game 1, right? They had that player just sit back with an AR, kind of just try to play for picks, and now we're seeing that from Moonshot with this Car 98. He's been able to get 2 so far, I think, and Honeywell on their last player. Did they get wiped? They got wiped. That's third place for Honeywell. Now it's going to be up to Moonshot and Level Up, and nothing that we're strangers to so far in this game 3.
Yeah, and Moonshot does, we kind of mentioned it, you know, they seem to have the better positioning if zone does pull towards them, which is most likely going to happen here. Level Up, though, now that they don't have to face Honeywell up top, they are able to kind of regain, get all their stuff ready to rock and roll here because they're going to have to take over Moonshot's positioning.
If you're Level Up right now, I think you need a sniper in your hands because if you're familiar at all with the security drop space down low, like there's so many head glitches down here, it's so hard to gun these players, especially players at the skill level. Like you're going to have a hard time gunning them off a head glitch unless you have a sniper rifle, but I do believe the only sniper we have in hand is on the side of Moonshot. Moonshot putting some shots down range, nothing able to connect. 2 players knocked now, and one's going to get thirsted. 1 player still knocked, and this could be a quick one.
Might see Level Up kind of flanking the sniper right now. Moonshot, he's kind of bobbing and weaving right around this tower. Level Up's able to see him get the knock there. That's a good kill there if you're Level Up now. Moonshot, you know, they're dwindling down. They still have Rebirth time here, though.
1 player left for Moonshot.
Rebirth just now got disabled, so that's very important.
So look at the side of Moonshot, right? You have 2 of the red skulls, which means they died at the worst time, right when that timer ran out.
Is that game or?
That's game.
That's game?
Honeywell, wait, sorry, Level Up with the Game 3 victory as well. That was some unfortunate timing we just saw there. Just to recap what just happened on the side of Moonshot, 2 of those players died as the Rebirth timer ran out, right? They maybe thought they were going to be able to redeploy, but they got unfortunate timing. And then with their 3rd player, who actually was getting ready to come back, there was 1 or 2 seconds left on the timer. The 4th player wasn't able to stay alive, and Level Up Arena getting the Game 3 win as well.
Level Up really pushing. They had to push down the foot pedal there. They knew that the respawns were coming. They had to really be aggressive, and that's what they did, and they were able to get the job done there. You know, Moonshot seemed to have a good positioning, but I think Level Up, I think they were just coordinated in their attack. Whenever they pushed down, they were very aggressive, very fast. They seemed to kind of just distance themselves from Moonshot. So.
Absolutely. Level Up 3 for 3 so far through 3 games. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back for Game 4. We're back. We're through 3 games. We have 2 more to go. So far, it's been a dominant showing from Level Up. They haven't lost a game, and that's going to be good for 30 placement points. What are you looking for here in Game 4?
I'm really looking for one of the other teams to kind of, we're kind of, you'll see here in a minute, but the kills are pretty close. But when it comes to the placement, Level Up seems to win every game. So I'm not saying they should play for placement necessarily, but I would like to see another team maybe take a dub this time.
Absolutely. But quick word to our sponsors, right? We got KC Sports Commission that drives Kansas City's overall sports strategies, enriches the quality of life, create economic impact, and raise visibility for our region. They do a lot of local work for us, really helping us put esports on the map in the Midwest. And, of course, we have KC Game On number 90 going on next week here at Level Up Arena. You can go to kcgameon.com/events for more information and to purchase your tickets. Like I said, Rocket League tournaments, Warzone, and everything in between.
Yeah, you guys definitely won't want to miss it. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. It's like I mentioned before, even if you don't want to play in the tournaments or something, there's still plenty of stuff for you guys to do here. So
absolutely. It's always a good time here at Level Up Arena, whether you're just hanging out, whether you're competing, or whether you're coming in to play for fun, and some top-tier food and drinks at the bar. But yeah, we're getting ready to hop into Game 4. Before we do that, though, I think we're getting ready to take a look at the scoring. So you have your overall points leaders, you have your kill leaders, and you have your place leaders. For your overall points, you have Level Up in first, 99 overall points, 69 of those coming from kills. Moonshot's going to be in second place with 71 overall, and then Honeywell in third place with 48.
Mm-hmm. See, now these numbers may look a little, there's quite a gap between them, but there's really not. You think about the amount of kills here. I mean, out of these games, 49, 69, 20. I mean, that's a lot of kills. That's one game, one bad game here from Level Up. If they get wiped early, that's plenty of time for Moonshot and Honeywell to catch up.
Absolutely. If you take a look at the kill leaders in the middle of the screen here, Level Up, of course, with 69, Moonshot behind at 49, and Honeywell B at 28. And as Reed mentioned, all it takes is one pop-off game. Level Up getting eliminated early. Anything is still possible with 2 games left here on Rebirth Island.
Mm-hmm. And you have to also think about, if Level Up gets eliminated early, they also don't have the chance to get those extra 10 points for the win. They're stuck with the 6 instead of the 10. So that would also put a deficit down and be able to really push one of the other teams up here to the top.
Absolutely. Guys, we are going to take a quick break after looking at the placements, and we'll be right back and get Game 4 underway. We are almost ready for Game 4, and so far, let's give you guys a recap of the day. Honeywell winning the Rocket League tournament earlier, right, in dominating fashion.
Yep.
What? It's super fun to watch earlier. Reed and I got here, and we were just hanging out, watching some of the Rocket League action. We play a little bit of Rocket League ourselves. We've been on the grind recently, but it's been fun to play whenever Call of Duty, you know, rage off Call of Duty, get on Rocket League. But
it happens.
Either way, I'm sure once this new Warzone map comes out, we'll be on the grind yet again. But in the meantime, we're getting ready to hop into Game 4. And as we mentioned, we're looking for Moonshot and Honeywell to turn up here.
Yeah, we definitely want to. We talked about it before. You know, level up to 1 every single game so far. While the winning may not seem like a crazy amount of points, it is nice because it's a good way to deduct your opponent from points. If you're able to win and they're not able to get the 10 points that you do, and they get 10 less points. So it's an easy deduction.
Absolutely, and I know we were talking about, you know, maybe you want to get 3 and leave 1 for more kill points, but if you're Moonshot and Honeywell and you notice you're in engagement with Level Up, with how far they're ahead, maybe you do just take the wipe and get them off the board completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Level Up's proven themselves time and time again with the kills. You know, maybe it's the point in the tourney where you don't want them to come back. You don't want to give them the opportunity to maybe come back and farm you if that happens. You know, you don't want that situation to come to hand. So maybe if the opportunity arises, they should take it and just wipe Level Up.
Absolutely. I think if you're Moonshot and Honeywell here, you get level up off the map as soon as you possibly can. You don't give them the opportunity to just continue to farm kills and continue to redeploy here. And we just got to look at the zone. It's a lot better than Game 3. Not perfect like we saw in Game 1 and Game 2, but we definitely do have a lot of the map in play compared to last map. And I feel like these players are just going to take it kind of slow, continue to loot up, and get engagements later on.
You know what I would like to see? Even though, you know, you respawn very fast at the beginning, I would like to see a team land on Level Up and try to wipe them super, super early. I think that would be an interesting, maybe an interesting strat here.
Absolutely. I think if you're Moonshot and Honeywell, take a look at your top right, look how many players are left in the plane. And as soon as you see some of those players jump, you got to jump as well, right? You just got to try to outfrag your opponents, and nothing changing for Level Up. They're going to go ahead and take top prison. Honeywell with a chopper. They could elect to take that top prison, maybe try a little chopper bomb, but not going to do it. Moonshot top prison as well, though, and some shots already coming in. Moonshot with another Galil and a PPSH off rip. But that player's going to elect to back up.
Yeah, he seems to be backing up. You know, not exactly sure where his teammates are in prison, but it seems that Level Up has full control of the roof. They are able to see one, get an early knock here. He's going to push it, able to pull a shoot, get this finish here. It's a nice little kill. So Level Up seem to be controlling prison yet again. You know, Honeywell taking their time. They seem to be over at control. Maybe, you know, trying to get a loadout early, and then maybe they'll use the loadout and press once they have it with the helicopter.
Yeah, nothing new so far here in Game 4. 2 players did drop for Moonshot. I believe both of those kills coming on the side of Level Up. Honeywell kind of just doing their own thing, as we've seen through 3. They're not changing it up. They're sticking with their strategy. So Moonshot, this player looking to land on top prison, and you know, they have Level Up, not necessarily top prison, but this Level Up squad is pretty close to the point where they could get into some engagements here really, really quickly.
Yeah, he seems to pick up some decent weapons here. He's going to pick up the Farah. He does. So this is a pretty good gun. I've used it myself. It's definitely a doable ground loot gun, so he could definitely do some damage here and get some kills here on Level Up.
Absolutely. Level Up did just buy their loadout. They're throwing it top prison, and it's looking like they're just going to hold down this entire top prison. But if you take a look at your Honeywell, this is a gun, and I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of. The MG82 LMG, one of the best guns, in my opinion, in Warzone. It's great at long range with the appropriate attachments. Great close range, super fast rate of fire. Level Up picking up another kill there, and they're just continuing to show dominance here, top prison. That player from Level Up was getting shot in the back, and somehow they're able to get away with their life. They don't get around the corner. They do have a self-res, though.
Yep, seems that Moonshot's trying to take control. Moonshot, if they win this gunfight up top, that's a nice. Moonshot retakes control. They don't get the finish on Level Up, though. He's able to revive himself and get in. So Moonshot's going on the offensive here, it looks like, trying to press.
Yeah, that player from Moonshot was on the hunt for that Level Up player, but ends up getting taken out. They gave that player at Level Up just enough time to kind of heal up, reposition, and ultimately get the kill. We are seeing signs of life from Moonshot, though. They are starting to get things together. The kill department is coming together as well, but Level Up just playing really, really good as a team here. You know, they're doing a great job staying on top of each other, getting each other's trades, and even getting each other's revives when one of them happens to get on.
Absolutely. Now, what I really want to see right now is I want Honeywell to get in on this action. Unless we just haven't really seen it from this specific POV, I don't think they have any kills. They might have maybe 1 or 2, but I'm really looking for them to get into this action here.
Yeah, and if you're Honeywell, through these 3 games, you know you're in last place. You know you haven't gotten as many kills as the other 2 squads. You have to get absolutely keyed if you want a chance to win this one. The sniper is in hand for this Honeywell player. He just barely is able to see ahead, but he's going to elect not to take a shot. And, you know, even if you're Honeywell, there's 2 ways you can think about things, right? We either got to get absolutely teed and try to make a comeback here, or keep the snipers out and try to do something cheeky.
Yeah, seems like Honeywell, again, set up, you know, pretty good positioning here for maybe late game. Hopefully they get zone push here, but the only unfortunate thing here from the other POVs, it doesn't look like anyone's on the roof. But it seems like Moonshot and Level Up been fighting mainly inside, but now it seems Moonshot has taken control of the roof.
Yeah, actually Moonshot was just 1 player up there for just a second, but all 3 of those players redeploying pretty close in time, and so they're going to have a fresh restart. It looks like if they're all able to grab their loadout top prison, but this Moonshot player not elected to go there. And is that another kill for Level Up?
We're seeing we're seeing for the first time, it seems like an airstrike, a cluster strike actually called here on Honeywell. Level Up seems to be, you know, trying to maybe get a cheeky knock here or something.
Yeah, and as I mentioned last game, you know, you call in a cluster strike or even another cluster strike coming in right now. If you're inside during a cluster strike, I promise you're not as safe as you think you are. Not only do you want to be inside, but you want to be away from any windows, any doors. I was gonna say that's kind of a risky play to run back outside from Level Up, but risking it through the cluster strike, but it doesn't pay off.
Might just, oh no, the respawns come in time. They were in kind of a tough position maybe just for a little bit, but no, they are up. They have somebody up in the top tower, so Level Up will come back. You know, they maybe got 1, you know, they got 1 or 2 kills there, so, but not risky overall, but, you know.
Absolutely. We're seeing a sniper rifle from all 3, at least 1 player from all 3 POVs, right? You have a Moonshot using that Cold War sniper, and then a Kar 98 from Honeywell and Level Up as well. We're kind of seeing the switch on and off. Obviously, you don't want to be stuck with your pants down with just a sniper rifle. You definitely have a submachine gun or assault rifle in your back pocket as well.
Yep, and we see Honeywell. We're talking about the OTS. Now we're seeing a PPSH. I believe he had it last time with the Swiss here, but now the PPSH in hand. And I mean, I'm personally a fan of the PPSH. I think it's a good choice. So hopefully we'll have to see how this pans out against the OTS.
Absolutely. Go ahead and take a look at your top left. This Level Up player has eyes on 2 enemies down at this building. Not only do they have eyes on 2 more, but they do have 4 kills already to themselves, and they're going to be taking some shots from top prison. Kind of pinched between a rock and a hard place here is this Level Up player, and they're going to have to try to make some shake. No plates to work with as well, and this Level Up player might be in quite a predicament here.
Seems like nobody on Level Up actually has armor right now, so maybe this is the wipe opportunity we were talking about, maybe?
Absolutely. There is a player down top prison from Moonshot, but a res comes in. Nobody gaining any points from that knock just yet. And that player from Level Up did have their heartbeat sensor out just a second ago and did spot 2 or 3 dots. So, I mean, even though they were able to get out with their life for the time being, that's not to say that there's not enemies very, very close by.
Absolutely. But now everyone from Level Up's back. They seem to be, you know, nobody's getting wiped anything, so maybe they're getting back on their feet here before they tuck into. As soon as I say that, they 2 extra.
Caster's Curse never fails.
2 people. Wait, the self revive seems to be coming through from underneath, but no, he's going to get finished now. The other person seems to be in trouble too. 1 person with no armor right now, and really all Level Up working with.
Absolutely. Moonshot and Honeywell actually both just picked up kills on each other in different spots of the map. This player from Moonshot able to knock armor off of another and pick up 2 back-to-back kills for Moonshot. Moonshot proving they're down, but they're not out. Level Up is down to 1 player right now, and he's intense. That is not the spot on the map that you want to be in if you're the last player alive.
Absolutely not, but I think since there's limited amount of teams, he is able to get down here and maybe not get in too many engagements or anything down here, but it is definitely a tough situation to be in. But he is going to get his entire team up. Level Up is going to be back in it. Now it's about finding the loot. Looks like they plan on landing Lodi, so it doesn't look like it will hinder them too much here. They just got to get back into the action.
Like you said, that's the important thing. That player from Level Up was last alive for their squad, but they did the most important thing they could do. Just wait it out, stay alive, and get their team back in the action. But like I said, I'm rooting for Moonshot here. I want to see something crazy going into Game 5 so that, you know, it's still anybody's ball game between Moonshot and Level Up. Honeywell just kind of being a nuisance in the side of these other 2 teams and trying to, you know, pick off players when they can here and there. But, you know, nothing doing just yet so far. So far in this Game 4, most of the map's still left in play, so we haven't seen too many engagements here just yet.
Nope, nothing too crazy here. Seems like Level Up is able to take out someone from Honeywell here, maybe trying to claim the top position of this building here. And meanwhile, Moonshot, you know, they're top prison, kind of maybe just a little bit out of this. So maybe we see some Honeywell. Hopefully they can pick up some kills here against Level Up and maybe even a wipe. I mean, we've talked about it here. We want to see Honeywell kind of, you know, step it up and just absolutely slay here. So this might be the opportunity.
Yeah, 2 players are down at the moment for Honeywell, both with about 20 seconds left on their respawn timer. Some shots coming down from Moonshot onto a Honeywell player, or it might be Level Up. Both players, Honeywell and Level Up, in this building. We're getting ready to see an engagement regardless of what floor it's on, but in the time that it took for that engagement to happen, though, these Honeywell players are redeploying. Moonshot players getting taken out left and right as well. Honeywell was on their last player for just a second, but nonetheless, all of those players are going to be coming back shortly.
Absolutely. Again, you know, it's very crucial. If you are the last person alive on your squad, you have to stay alive. Lobo is able to crack him with armor. He's going to go ahead and push this here. He's trying to find him. He does find him before he's able to put the armor on. That's going to be a nice kill for them as well.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, Moonshot is now down to about 2 players, but they seem to be in an okay situation here for a respawn. Wait, they're actually in an engagement. He's able to get one. He's going to go ahead and push up the stairs and get this elim. He's going to bring his teammates back, but I think Honeywell's on 1 life now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then that gunfight win, let me just take a second. That gunfight win for Moonshot was so important because, as you saw, those players on their team had about 15 seconds left on their redeploy timer. As soon as he got that kill...
Oh, no! Honeywell just fell off the roof.
Oh,
he was last alive and he fell off the roof.
That is the second time we've seen Honeywell just take a leap off the map and break their ankles, but we're back down to Moonshot and Level Up. Like I said, these are the 2 teams that are still in contention. And going back to what I was saying, though, that if Moonshot doesn't win that gunfight, we don't know if they're in this game right now. It could have been a quick one for Level Up, but it's still anybody's game at the moment.
Absolutely. So right now, let's kind of take the positions we see on these POVs right now. It seems like Level Up is pushing towards the prison. Seems like Moonshot might have roof control. I'm not 100% sure. No, they're fighting. Moonshot is now kind of pinched in the stairwell here. We see Level Up, this POV is pinching currently while they have on the roof. This could be a quick situation here for Level Up. They might make quick work of this.
Level Up is able to get 1. Moonshot now with a player fully dead. Make that 2. Make that 3. It's all up to Level Up. 1 player left remaining for Moonshot. This Moonshot player, for the time being, able to get out with their life. They have some plates, but I don't know if they have time enough to pop them. They don't.
That pinch, I'm telling you, that pinch was going to happen because the player, they had 3 on the bottom and 1 up top, and the pinch is able to come through there at the end, and Level Up pulls out another one.
Moonshot definitely had a chance there to try to pull one out, but nonetheless, I think Level Up just had too much of a pinch there. They had control of not only the ceiling, but the 2nd floor inside the building, and we've seen 4 in a row for Level Up.
Yeah, Level Up has done a really good job at really positioning themselves around the opposing team. So in situations like this, you know, they're stuck in the stairwell. They can't really do much, and so they're either forced to go down or up at the dude on the roof on a head glitch, and it just makes it really difficult to sort of like coordinate anything when you're getting pinched like that.
Absolutely. We're going to take a second, recalculate the scores, see what the standings are for you guys, and we'll be back for the last game of the night. And we're back. We're through 4 games, and so far, Level Up Arena dominating all 4 of those games. Here shortly, we'll have a score update for you guys, because even though they've won all 4, you know, it's not as one-sided as you think it might be. You know, Moonshot still with a chance in this one.
Yeah, you know, let's bring it back over to the points. You know, you get a kill per every point, so you can go ahead and you can run, you can get all the first places you want, but if you're not getting any kills, then, you know, but let's hop here and look at the scoreboard.
Ooh. That last one was a killer. Level Up with a total 132, Moonshot 87, and Honeywell B with 57 total points. We're going to need to see a 45-point game out of Moonshot if they want to tee this round, and that's if Level Up gets 0. So
well, they're guaranteed, remember, because it's 3rd place, they're guaranteed at least 6. No matter what happens, they're guaranteed at least 6. So we're going to need an absolute banger of a game here.
Keep in mind, if Moonshot's able to win this one and get the 10 placement points, they only need 35 kills. And I mean, with all of those bots spawning in, it's very possible we could see this happen. And if it does,
it's definitely doable. Now, if you are Moonshot or Honeywell right now, what is your game plan going into here? Because I know what mine would be.
Top prison. You got to land top prison. You know Level Up is landing top prison. You got to take them out as soon as possible. It'd be awesome to see all 3 teams converge on top of each other and just kick off the action as soon as possible.
Absolutely. We need Level Up needs to get wiped here early if any of the other teams want to make this comeback and make this win. That is 100% needs to be your #1 priority right now.
No, I couldn't agree more. And like I said, dominating fashion through 4. This is going to be our last game of the night, and I just got word that we do have to restart real quick. So we're going to cut it to a short break, and we'll be back for Game 5.
No.
One more game. It all comes down to this, and whether or not we see Moonshot make a run for this first place, I'm really just hoping for some sniper clips. We've been saying it all night. We did see a little bit more sniper gameplay. There's in those Game 3s and Game 4s. So here in Game 5, they got to leave it all out on the table, and hopefully we see something crazy happen.
Absolutely. We're going to go back to kind of, you know, our key factor of this game. It's really eliminating level up early. You got to get them out. You got to they have a pretty huge lead right now. So you're definitely going to want to wipe them early for your best chances to win here if you're Moonshot or Honeywell.
We can't say for sure, but we can say what we've seen 4 out of 4 times so far, and that is that Level Up has landed top prison. It seems like they kind of split off, so that way that, you know, they have some top prison control on both sides. But if you're Moonshot, if you're Honeywell, you know this by now, so it's your choice, really. You take that into consideration, try to land on them and eliminate them early from any kind of contention, or you can stick to your game plan. You know, it's done you well so far for second and third place. But you know, it's up to you guys, wherever you guys want to land. So I'm just looking forward to watching one more game here of Call of Duty Warzone. And as I mentioned pre-broadcast, it's kind of like a nice little send-off to this Modern Warfare engine before we get incorporated into Vanguard.
Absolutely. You know, the new map, with the new map coming out, a lot of new changes, new guns, new metas, new everything's going to be added. And I think, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think stopping power rounds, because they're not in Vanguard, so I don't believe they're going to be transferred over to Warzone. We do have Dead Sunny.
I'm going to say stopping power rounds might not be in the game. However, there are a lot of mag attachments that are very similar. They work similar to stopping power rounds, so it's going to change the whole meta of the game. You know, you're going to be able to put 10 attachments on, and we're going to see tons and tons of different gameplay, especially for those first couple of weeks while everybody's trying to figure out what to use. It's going to be a really interesting time for Warzone. Probably the most spread out meta that we've seen probably since Cold War came out.
Absolutely. So jumping into this game, you know, we've got the zone really just, you know, pushing more towards bio here, but we're going to see a drop from Level Up. Doesn't look like they're straying. Looks like they're going to land top prison. Moonshot as well. You know, Honeywell aiming for decon zone maybe? Oh, going for the helicopter here. Could we see an early chopper bomb?
They're getting into engagements already. Level Up's able to win one fight so far. That player from Level Up almost got knocked. That was a very close gunfight.
Oh,
the chopper bomb
just misses.
No.
Could have been a nice clip there from Honeywell for sure, but the chopper bomb just off target, barely. But we're going to see a self-revive from Level Up here. Seems to, you know, satchel in hand, seems to be doing perfectly fine now.
Level Up has already used 3 of their self-revives, if I'm not mistaken. There's only 1 player on that roster that has full field, and I believe that's the one with the self-rev. I could be mistaken, but that's what it looked like, at least from our POV. And in the meantime, Level Up has kind of had to retreat off the top of prison. Moonshot able to get a knock there. The thirst does come in as well. Only 9 bullets left in that AUG, though. The reach out comes in, and he wastes the rest of that ammo, but nonetheless, some weapons on the ground there, and, you know, some early engagements on exactly what we said we needed to see here from Moonshot.
Absolutely. They're trying to get these wipes in, trying to get these kills early, and even if they don't get the wipe, if they're, you know, Level Up's only getting 1 and Moonshot's getting 3, that's a good climb. That's a good climb back.
Moonshot, 2 dead from Moonshot already. A player lands on that chopper, and they're going to be able to get out with their life. It's so hard to try to shoot a pilot as they're flying away, but that player from Honeywell knows that he had a few teammates that were dead. He kind of just has to restart, and if I'm not mistaken, all players from Honeywell already have a couple of kills, so they're going to be coming back into this one. Some nice kills for them, and, you know, a player is redeploying from Moonshot. More gunfights coming in.
Moonshot not able to get the knock, and only 1 left alive right now for Moonshot. That is not what you want to see. Oh, someone just came back. So they do have 2 up. Seems like they're probably going to have to reset here. Probably not going to be able to challenge top prison right now.
Those gunfights in the stairwell, so tough. They really are just a 50-50 this early in the game. Nobody really has their loadout. Level Up on the hunt for a kill here mid-prison somewhere. For the time being, this Moonshot player is able to get away and somehow win the gunfight. I think there's 2 players from Moonshot that are in that middle prison area, and they were able to somehow get a bait and switch and get that Level Up player turned around, and they were able to get that kill.
Absolutely. So Level Up still alive here, so not exactly ideal if you're Moonshot or Honeywell trying to take the win right now, because remember, this is the last game here. Level Up had a pretty significant lead, so even though they're still alive, they're still racking up the points because they're still getting a couple kills here and there. But Moonshot and Honeywell are, I think this is some of the best games we've seen from them so far.
However, I'm looking at the bottom of my screen here. I was going to say he does not have the right weaponry to sit up top in that tower. Gets a shotgun hit marker. But it's not going to be good enough from that range. That's going to be a kill for Moonshot. And Moonshot is hanging in there with Level Up, to say the least, for this Game 5.
Absolutely. But if they want to take the dub, they're going to have to go through. We see an RPG kill almost happen here from Level Up, but they are able to get the kill here. Honeywell, really just a pistol in hand trying to reset.
You know, we do have 3 POVs all at once, and as chaotic as it can be, I wouldn't have it any other way, right? It's super nice to be able to see what's going on this side of the map, and then you have this engagement going down. Some nice shots put downfield for Honeywell there, aiming towards top prison, but nothing doing just yet. And we do have a player who's knocked for Level Up. That's the only player who's down currently in the lobby. I think whichever POV we're on for Level Up, he's going to be on the hunt, trying to get revenge for his teammate. Shots come in. Not
sure where he's getting shot at. He's just going to go ahead and get out of there, which is a smart play. Already has 2 people down. He doesn't want to be the third to leave him with 1 person left alive.
And these 3 teams just going back and forth. He is able to finesse his way around this building and find one onto Moonshot, and Level Up and Moonshot just trading blows back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely here. So still, you know, trading blows back and forth. Level Up, I would still have to say they're still in the lead to win the tournament overall as of right now. Well, you know, that staggering lead they kind of had going into this game already, and we were hoping to see them wiped early, but now Moonshot's really going to have to tee up here and probably start getting a lot of kills there if they want, and they need to focus on getting the win at the end as well.
This might be a free kill for Honeywell. This player dropped in, and that's a gun that I am not too familiar with.
That is also, I believe, the Fin, but with a certain attachment to where you shoot it via hip fire when you ADS.
Interesting. Either way, that just absolutely fried that player, and I might be using the wrong gun here in Warzone, but more gunfights going down top prison. Level Up and Moonshot continuing to trade blows. You can tell how badly both of these teams want to win this Game 5, let alone the entire competition. So it's looking like this Level Up player might be outclassed for just a second, so he's going to back up, try to get to his teammates, drop them some ammo, maybe even some armor plates so they can go into this battle fully prepared.
Absolutely. So we see 1 person down from Moonshot, 1 person from Level Up, and 1 down from Honeywell. You know, everyone's in a 3v3 right now, but doesn't really seem to affect anyone's gameplay here. You know, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. Level Up seems to have the pinch on somebody here, maybe? Up top?
Yeah, I mean, they're just continuing to trade blows, right? And they're playing it so strategically to where they recognize that they're alone, or they recognize that they're at least outnumbered, and they're just repositioning continuously to make sure that they get into these engagements with their team. They're not doing anything crazy. Honeywell, the bottom of your screen was able to pick up another one, and I'm not sure why this is Game 5 and we're seeing this gun for the first time. I don't know if it's just a troll loadout or what, but this gun firing from the hip is actually insane. I would love to see this player kind of try to get top prison and just start raining down on the enemies.
Absolutely. We see another. Seems like there's only 1 person up from Level Up here. This could be the wipe they need. Oh no, they're able to get the respawn. Looks like another teammate's up for 3. So Level Up not completely wiped as Moonshot and Honeywell would have hoped, but seems to be nice, you know, getting them down to only 1 player left. Seems to be doing well for Moonshot then.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we had a listen-in for Level Up, they would be telling 3 of their players to go rogue. Do whatever they want, try to get the kill points, and then it's up to this player to just stay alive, keep them in the game as late as possible. And it's just working out because then they kind of take it back a gear once the redeploy timer is gone, and then they just all kind of just start to play together as a team. So you're seeing a ton of different play styles from Level Up and these 3 teams as a whole, and, you know, to each their own.
Absolutely. So seems like Honeywell again kind of playing that coastline like they have, you know, pretty much every single game here. So I was kind of hoping they'd maybe, you know, switch it up, maybe get a little bit more aggressive, but they seem to be playing more zone, more for a dub here, which is, you know, we would love to see another team win as well. So either way, actually someone just got knocked from Honeywell. Let's check out this gun. Oh.
Yeah, a Honeywell player gets knocked in. This player that we're on board with isn't really in position to get a trade, and you know, if they're going to elect to take that zip line up top, they're going to be pretty slow because that is an LMG in hand. Some shots come in, a laser sight is on board, and They're not able to even knock the plates off of that player. Another one, but that player is ultimately just going to be ending up getting pinched, and that's going to be a drop for Honeywell. I really need to know if that player is going to come back into play. Keep in mind, Honeywell on their last player right now, but if that player does come back into play, do you think they're taking the same loadout?
I mean, it fried a little bit, but then it didn't really fry on that last guy. So I don't know. Maybe he's feeling this, you know, maybe that's not the gun. Maybe that's not the move. So maybe we're going to go back to an OTS. But I would honestly really like to see that gun stay out.
I agree. And I do like what you mentioned earlier, right? Honeywell, you know, we're not seeing the aggressive play type. They know they're pretty much mathematically eliminated from winning this overall, the Corporate Esports Cup. But they can walk away with a Game 5 dub. So maybe that might be what they're going for. They're kind of just playing mid-zone and trying to work their way and just kind of play a little bit slower. It's a play style. It's not something you see every day or in all of these games, but it is something that is definitely viable for sure.
Absolutely. I would love to see Honeywell come out of this with an absolute dub here. It seems like Level Up seems to spot Honeywell's last character that's up on top here. Seems he's going to climb the ladder here.
If you're this Level Up player, and I don't know how much money you have, but if you're able to buy a cluster strike or even a precision, this is the perfect time to be able to put down a kill streak on that tower and try to get him as he's climbing up the ladder to try to find that player. The moonshot, the shot's coming in from the Cold War AK-47. It's just an absolute laser beam, and that's going to be a freebie for moonshot. And you know, Level Up down to just one player again, and the most recent player has a 28-second timer. This player's getting shot at as well. Could this be Level Up eliminated in third place?
We're going to see a new winner here, and I'm really excited. Now, I want to note that Honeywell did pick up the saw, but no, he just got knocked. There's only one person alive right now for Honeywell. We could see an early finish here from Moonshot.
Absolutely. This could be a Moonshot W, the one that they needed, but I don't think this one went on long enough for them to even get 35 kills unless we're somehow going to see that, you know, jailbreak with all the bots redeploying. It is very, very possible, but there's still 25 seconds left on this timer. This Honeywell player has to stay alive. They're not going to be able to. Moonshot taking the Game 5 W here on Rebirth Island.
They take the last game dub. Level Up does not win all the games. Moonshot takes one. Now we'll have to see if it was enough to keep them in the game and to get them that first place.
We did have a quick sneak peek of that scoreboard there. It looked like all of the Moonshot players were in the single digits for as far as kills. They did need 35 to be able to take the first place. So regardless, great showing from Moonshot, great showing from Honeywell. There's some really good games tonight. We'll be back in just a little bit with the final scoring for you guys. It was a fun one. I'm here with Josh, Level Up Arena.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, man.
You guys just absolutely dominated the competition. How do you feel?
I feel like it was supposed to happen.
Supposed to happen. I mean, you guys had the regular season games going on as well, and looking at the standings for the regular season, it's kind of the same story, right? You guys just plowed your way through, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we expected. We put a good squad together. We weren't going to lose. I mean,
Absolutely. So I have
there's no way we were losing.
a question for you. If Reed and I are in the next one, you guys still going to dominate the way that you did?
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Noted.
We'll see KCP next time.
All right, that's all I wanted to hear. Guys, we're looking forward to the next one already. Reed and I, we're going to have to get some casters to replace us because we're going to take over.
We're always here for you, Nick. We love you, man.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to talk? You guys good? Take us out. We're good?
We're good.
All right, guys, that's going to conclude the stream for the Kansas City Corporate Esports Cup Fall 2021. Hope you guys enjoy the Rocket League action as well as the Warzone. Some fun games today. And as I mentioned, we got KC Game On number 90 going on right here in Overland Park, Kansas next weekend. Come join us if you're local to the area. We'll be looking forward to it.